you're gonna hear the truth. The way, the truth, and the light right inside you. That's what it is, right inside of you. That's right, you all. It is absolutely beautiful out. Look at that blue skies and the temperature. It went from like 90 some odd degrees yesterday. Hello there, Galileo. It went from around 90 something degrees yesterday to around 70 today with a breeze blowing. It is absolutely beautiful. That's right, you all. It is beautiful out. I hope that it's beautiful where you're at too. And I hope that beauty starts on the inside of here. I really do. Hello. On the inside of here. Because if it starts on the inside of here, it's going to be a beautiful day, no matter what it looks like outside. And if it looks really pretty outside, it makes it even better. Hello, Susan B. Honey. That's right, you all. There's been some beautiful clouds, big puffy white clouds. Of course, the clouds are taking up a lot of the sky now, but there's been, oh my gosh, it was absolutely, it was like perfect, perfect, perfect outside, you all. See that? Looks like a picturesque picture. Look at that, the blue skies with all the green. It really does. And the grass could use a cutting, but you know what? I'm thinking, I don't want to cut the grass. I like it to look a little bit grown. That's right, you all. And besides, if there's deer, the deer like to eat the grass too, and the groundhogs. That's right. Hello. Peebles, hello, welcome. It's chilly in Cleveland. Well, I put on shorts today. I put my shorts on, and I had to take an old mattress to the city dump. And my friend went along with me. And oh my gosh, you all, as we go out to it, the rolling hills of pastures. And the windows rolled down in the truck. I thought, this is so nice. It was so nice, you all. It really was. It was lovely. And it sets really high up. The landfill does. Yeah. So it's been a really nice day. And I really needed to get that old mattress taken to the dump because I didn't want to set it out by the road. Yes, you you like your grass. That's right. And the grass it's not growing too well right now anyhow. And I thought, no, I don't want to. You know what I wanted to do? Look at the breeze in the trees. It's so pretty. Look at how the leaves. Fall is coming, you all. It is coming fast. That's what's happening. It's coming really fast. Hello. That's right, you all. Welcome and hello. That's right. It is. Is it gorgeous where you're at? Is it? And it really is healing when you can see the colors, because these colors are all healing. The green is healing, the blue is healing, and the whiteness of the sky is healing. Even though, you know, it's going to probably turn all white. It was in the gentle breeze and just watching the leaves fall to the ground or just blow around in the air. When we was driving past the cornfields, and you can hear the leaves on the corn stalks just rustling in the wind. It sounded really, really pretty. It did, you all. That's right. I hope you had a chance to listen to the video this morning that I did earlier. We've got to build stronger communities, you all. We do. Stronger communities with one another. And, you know, I think social media online is a good place to start. And for some people, that may be the only community that they have. But that's okay, you all. We got each other. We do. We got each other. As long as it's allowed. That's right. It's okay. It's a heart connection. It is. Oh, Michelle, honey, that's wonderful. New Mexico is so nice. Love you too. Get away, little bird, a bug. It's gorgeous in Ohio. Yes, that's great. I was telling my friend, you know, wow, we got a really super nice day. And then my mind says, well, they're probably giving us a really nice day or so, because if something does happen, at least we had a few nice days to enjoy the peace before chaos came. But I didn't say it, but I was thinking it, you all. You know, I really was thinking it, because you don't know what to expect anymore. I can't quit smiling, and it's coming from right here. You don't know what to expect anymore in this world that we live in. Oh my gosh, I think I take my T-tops out. Mm-hmm. Your part of Ohio is cold and dreary. Wow. Mmm. That's okay. That's all right, you all. 86 in Hawaii. That's right, you all. Yeah. Um, so yeah, you all. I don't know what's going on in the world today. I hope there's nothing tragic. You all, in case you didn't get to watch one video that we did, it was a live video. It was a couple nights ago. Was it at nighttime? Or was it during the daytime? It might have been in the morning time. It was about the refinery, how the refinery had caught on fire in Ohio. And we found out that last month in Indiana, the same company that owned the BP company, you all, there was a refinery that caught on fire in Indiana too. That's where I'm at. I think it was August the 26th or 27th. And then, like, was it yesterday? The days, you all, I thought today was Wednesday. Because yesterday, it was yesterday evening, my husband said, Gina, he goes, I missed my business meeting tonight. I said, really? He goes, yeah. It was like 7:30 at night. And I thought, well, on Tuesday nights, how can you miss it? Because you know they always have a business meeting for like certified business analysts, CBAP. And he said, yeah. And I thought, okay, well, it's Tuesday and today is Wednesday. But then my friend said, Gina, I said, what is today? She said, it's the 22nd. I said, it's Tuesday or Wednesday. She said, no, it's Thursday. And he was sure that yesterday was the day of his meeting. And I thought yesterday was Tuesday also, you all. Did anybody think yesterday was Tuesday? Did you? Because I really thought it was. But I guess it wasn't, because I went to my mom's on Monday. I think I went to my mom's on Monday. I went to the one appointment on Tuesday, maybe. And then the next day was Wednesday. Yeah, something like that. That's okay. That's okay. What was I getting at? Okay, we're talking about the BP and the refinery that caught on fire in Indiana on around the 26th or 27th of August. And then the BP a few days ago, whenever that was, it's only been a few days ago. I know it hasn't been a week. Caught on fire in Ohio too. And then we were looking into why they caught on fire. And you know, to those who say, Gina, you're saying the words wrong. They're said a certain way. I said, no. It's the dialect that I'm using. When they said, when I talk about the spiritual realm, he said, it's not rim, it's realm. Well, I call it rim, the spiritual realm, because that's the dialect from the area that I'm at, where I live at. Just like the word color. My husband says collar. Okay, I have a different dialect when it comes to the words, to the, the different colors of crayons. He calls them collars. So it's all about dialect. It doesn't matter, you ask, what's inside of here? Right there. Don't get hung up on words. Don't do it. So when we was looking at that, you all, this is kind of exciting. Well, it's not exciting, but it's something I did not know about CERN. We was looking up about the, the refineries, how they had caught on fire and stuff. They got shut down. And then somebody was asking in the comment section, well, what about the oil reserves, the national reserves that we have? And then somebody commented, well, I think that they got rid of them. So we did a search. It's a really interesting video, you all, about the refineries. So we did a search. And yes, the national refineries, they have an auction. They have an international auction on the oil reserves, and people can bid on them. And whoever wins the bids gets the reserves. So the oil went to some of Europe, and the oil went to some of China. They did. They bidded it away, our reserves. So then we got to looking some more. And somehow we ended up with Russia and Ukraine. And we got to talking about the energy that CERN uses, because people say, you know, we're getting blackouts and stuff. You know, the power goes off, and somebody in South Africa, you all, this is important right here. This is important. So in Africa, someone commented that they have been warned for around 3 weeks without electricity. Am I remembering it right, you all? 3 weeks without electricity in Africa. That's what they were told. 3 weeks without electricity. And then someone said over the PA system at Walmart or something, somebody was told you need to store up around 3 weeks worth of food, or 3 days or something. I don't know what it was. It's all things running together. So we got to talking about CERN, how much electricity it uses. And it is actually tied to the grid in France. CERN is attached to the grid in France. So they need a ton of energy. They do. And I'm sure they're doing a lot of load sharing, but this is interesting too. They use a lot of energy. Energy prices are skyrocketing. CERN is running at super capacity. I probably should have changed the thing of this "It's a Beautiful Day" to whatever else is happening. CERN is running at real fast speeds, okay? Speeds that they have never ran before. So energy prices are skyrocketing. Okay, they are. So I remember being at the Dollar Tree one day, and this woman was saying, wow, the price, it costs more to fill up these balloons with the helium. And I didn't think nothing of it until yesterday. Come to find out, Russia is the biggest exporter of helium. They have helium reserves. And I think something to do with Ukraine too. Of course, there's a lot of, all this kind of stuff, you know, is in this area. And CERN needs liquid helium to keep their great big magnets at 1.9 Kelvin. They need liquid helium, or else they cannot cool like they need to. And Russia was the biggest exporter. They get their helium, liquid helium. Okay, and Russia said no. So they're in some kind of a thing till the 24th. But I think Russia has like backed out of everything. And then we saw under the search why helium prices are on the rise. And they had some kind of thing. We didn't even read into it, because the mere fact that CERN needs so much liquid helium, that is another reason the helium prices are literally going up. So they got to use this till 2024, you all, because they're going to keep running at full capacity. That's we're in 2022 right now. Then we got to go all the way through 2023. Then I think we got to go all the way through 2024. They need the liquid helium to cool their big magnets. And they need a lot of electricity. So of course, all these types of energy prices they're going to skyrocket. Yes, the LP gas. Yeah, I'm wondering if propane gas, I wonder if they use that, because we didn't really look into that, but we found out about the helium, and I would have never dreamed that in 1,000 years, that they need liquid helium. So all of this is much deeper than any of us realize. My feet are getting hot. I need to put on a different pair of shoes. I really do, because I walk out here with my feet getting hot. Well, I can walk in my socks because I wash my own clothes. So if I wash my socks, I can get them dirty. It's okay for me to get out here and walk in my socks. It is, you are. And it's okay if you want to walk in your socks, even though when you were little, your mother told you You're not going to be running outside in your socks, getting your socks dirty, because she had to do the laundry and they were white socks. So you can walk in your socks now that you're an adult. It's best if you want to walk in your socks. Well, you can use white socks, but you can get some colored socks and the dirt won't show up as well. But yeah, now my feet feel better. That's right. So there's much more going on behind the scenes than I think any of us realize. A whole lot more. And it's going to get more, it's very intricate what's happening in this world. Very, very intricate. Um, all the things that are at play, all the strings that are attached, it's like tentacles just attached everywhere. Look how beautiful it still is out here. Oh my goodness gracious. Yes, you are. Thank you, Jonathan. That's right. That's right, you all. That's weird. The socks get disappearing. They get disappearing, and we don't know where they go. We don't. There is, what if miniature black holes, and this is serious, what if miniature black holes have been opening up all around us and we've never noticed it before because they're so small? Yeah. So if you all did not see that video about the BP refinery, also, this is, you might have missed this. You might want to know about this. Also within that video, toward the front part, there was a refinery thing that happened in Texas. And there is this, well, some people said it's a demon. It's I just said interdimensional being. It was massive, bigger than my house, probably as tall as a 2-story, 3-story, as tall as maybe, I don't know, 24 stories. You could see its face. You could see its shoulders. You could see the outline of its arm. It was silhouetted in the cloud-like smoke, standing amongst the flames with those great big, I don't know what they are, those great big old chimney things where the oil is. It was standing back like this, and its head was looking the way that I'm looking. It was like looking at these things like this. Its head is turned, and it's looking you all. Some people said it was a demon, fire demon, but I just called it a gigantic interdimensional entity. You could clearly see it. Um, so this is not just every ordinary thing's happening, you all. It's not. And like the lightning for the BP, there was lightning in the air of the sky. When that happened, the sky first lit up on the side. Just one section of the sky was super bright. Then the whole sky got bright. Then you could see the lightning off in the distance, right onto the side, the plasma bolts. And plasma is very powerful, you all. It's extremely powerful. Yes, Michelle, honey, with the third eye, don't lie. That's right. It don't lie, Michelle, honey. So yeah, that is an interesting thing because I honed in on that. And also, you all, it was also at that, I think it was at the refinery place. Y'all, please give this video a thumb up. The refinery place in Texas, too. It could have been at a different one in Texas. There was, off to the side, there was an image that was found, and we documented everything in the description. If you see the description of every single video, even if I end a live video on YouTube, and I have not put the references in, I will go back and I put the references in. Is what I do. You can find the references to everything is what you can find. But anyhow, another picture off to the side. Somebody said, oh, it's the cap blowing off. No, it was a UFO. A UFO, it had the brown-headed, like spheres. They were like spheres, you know, like the tips of the clouds. They were boom, 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 long. and with some stuff on it, you all. That's what they look like in the clouds too. Just like that. That's what it looked. That's what my spirit. That's what it felt like to my spirit. Now somebody else may have seen something totally different, but I didn't. It's an interesting video. The helium that CERN needs, the liquid helium to keep their big magnets running at a 1.9 Kelvin. Cool, cool. And I'm gonna put my shoes back on. And the helium, Russia is the biggest exporter of helium. They got helium in their territories. And so the helium prices are skyrocketing. The energy prices are skyrocketing. Everything is really raising astronomically. So you got that. You got that great big gigantic, like a 24-story interdimensional being standing amongst the flames with its body. You can see its silhouette. We honed up on it to show it. You could see that. There's just so much going on in the world. If you have eyes to see, if you have, if you're even interested in seeing stuff like that, it would appear right in front of you, and that's really strange. It kind of reminds me when I go out and when I first started having a spiritual awakening, I could literally walk outside. My left hand would start tingling. I would walk outside. I would take my hand and wave it over the clovers, and I'd find 4-leaf clovers. And I remember I could like stand at a window and look at a clover patch and walk straight out there to 4-leaf clovers. It was like they literally were appearing in front of me. And other people have that gift too. Not everybody has that gift. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, you all. There is a ton of stuff. It was a crazy video, Dustin Cable, the one you're talking about. It was wild. It was wild. It was, but it was interesting. I literally did not know that about CERN at all, or didn't, and all of that stuff. But it's okay, you all. It is all right. Look at this. So some days this is up here like that, and it's really humid, but you can see what it feels like today. It's 70 degrees, and look at that. It's like kind of perfect. Perfect out here, you all. Empaths need to ground. You need to heal, and forgiveness is the key. Absolutely. It is. It is the key. That's right. Roderick, honey, I don't even know what message you sent. I don't even know if your comment got deleted. And some people have a message, but it may not be for the people that are intended for the message to be. Okay, really, that is true. I could have a message that is intended for a certain person or maybe a certain group of people. And if I try to send that message off to a totally different subset of people or a totally different person, it won't even be received because it's not for them. If there is a message that is to be received to somebody, they will get the message and they will receive it willingly because they'll be open to receive it. But if you've got a message for somebody to receive, if it's not meant for them, it will not be willingly received at all. And we cannot, you all, I cannot express this enough. We cannot force things upon other people. That's not the way of love. It's not the way of love. It's not. If somebody tells me they got a message for me, and if it's not delivered in love, my spirit will not receive it. It won't. And if God's got something to tell me, and He wants you to tell me that, and you try to tell me something, and if I know it's from God, if my spirit knows it is, I'm going to receive it. But if my spirit does not have that spiritual connection to what you are trying to get out, no, it's not meant for that individual. A lot of people have a lot of things they want to share and a lot of things they want to say, and they want the whole world to know. But what it is if it has to do with the way you deliver your message. It does. It's all about that. the way it is delivered and who delivers it, and if it's meant for people to hear. Okay, you may think of something. Somebody is meant to hear something. You all, I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent. Sorry, I'm done. I'm done with that, you all. That's it. I am. But that's how I feel, and it's true. It's like Trey. Trey Trey 57 Productions, and he's, you know what, when I think about him, he's a rough around the edges. He's a diamond in the rough. He shares things that I would not share. Do I agree with everything he says at times? No, but he's got something on the inside of him. He does, you all. He may not be me, and sometimes he lets some words come out of his mouth. He does. But inside of here, I see something on the inside of him. I do. Yeah, I'm just going to say, I'm not going to be showing guns and all that kind of stuff, you all, but he's got a good heart on the inside of here. I saw his video. What was his video about, you all? I'm going to tell you, because I thought he was doing something. It was called Mind Your Business. He was doing something, and someone was talking about how he's doing this something, and he's telling all these people about, I don't know, and telling him how he needs to do what he was doing. They wanted him to do it a different way because he wasn't doing something the way that they wanted. They told him, I guess, more or less, you're doing it wrong. And of course, if somebody tells me how to do something, if they tell me try to do something the way they want it to do, and I know exactly why I'm doing it the way that I'm doing it, I'm not going to listen to them. No, don't be telling me how to do my stuff. It's like coming on here, Gina, you need to do this, you need to do that. This is what you should be doing. Can I do my own thing? Can I be me? See, I thought, yeah, there's a lot of people who do not mind their own business. They want to tell other people how to do things. They do. And I thought, I can relate to that. A lot of people can relate to that. We don't want nobody telling us what to do, especially if we know what we're doing, but you think that we need to be doing it a different way. We need to dress a certain way. We need to say things a certain way. No. Okay, we can be us. I can be me, and you can be you. You can? Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with it. And there's nothing wrong with speaking up and standing your ground. Nothing wrong with it. There isn't at all, you all. Nothing at all. That's right. Well, you can feel the energy when somebody suggests something. You can. First of all, why are they suggesting it? You have to ask yourself, why would somebody suggest someone do something a different way? Why do you feel that that's your place to suggest it? That was the thing also. Why do you feel that you are in the position to suggest? Because to me, it's a very fine, thin line, a thin line. It's different if someone asks, okay, and it's different if someone's struggling, but to assume and to suggest, the energy can be felt. It literally can be felt. It can. And then you could flip the tables around. Would you want somebody doing that to you? If you're a person who has your own way of doing things, your own way of working things out, and you have somebody, can I make a suggestion? Yeah, they probably ain't going to receive it that way. They may not, and especially if they're maybe a little bit upset. No, it's not the time to suggest something, you all. You're gonna exasperate the situation. It's like stepping on toes. Here's a proverb. You're not supposed to involve yourself in other people's arguments either. You're not. There's a scripture for that too. I can't remember exactly how it was said, but you're not supposed to get into a quarrel that is not your own. You're not. You just make situations worse. That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I do it this way and it works for me, but your way and it works for you, just leave it be. That's right. That's right. That is right. That's okay, you all. Something's up in Denmark. Something's happening in Denmark. Yeah. Oh, love you too, Marty. Yeah, you all. There's so much, sometimes, we want to be helpful. We really do. And I understand people's intent. People want to help others out. And there are some people who do want to suggest. And, but there's a right time and a not so right time. Okay, really. Timing is everything. Um, it is. That's right. It's where the Legos come from. None of your business. I actually went to Legoland when we lived in Berlin, Germany. My daughter was real little, probably around 2.5, 3 years old. We went to Legoland, um, and went to the park there. Everything was made of Legos. I got the pictures of it too. It was really amazing. I thought, wow, this is cool. It really is cool. That's right. You protect your your energy and use discernment. That's right. Um, yeah, you um, I was thinking something too. Um, Live when I was driving past the rolling hills, and it looked so peaceful. It did. You got the rolling pastures, you got some trees up there, the rolling hills and stuff. The countryside. I thought, this would just be so peaceful. Could you imagine just having a house there, a garden, and you're doing your own thing when life was so simple. It was hard work, but then you didn't have the technology. None of it in life was simple. It was. And you didn't have all this interference. And then I was thinking about, and then came technology, then came the advancement. You have all this other stuff started coming into being. All of this stuff, and as it did, sure, it made things a lot easier. But then expansion started coming and coming and coming and coming, and things started getting more complicated, even though technology makes. But back then was a simpler life. It was a simpler life. But then if you think about the movie, The Moonfall, how this AI had went to a planet, showed up at another planet, and it ended up destroying that planet's civilization, taking over the planet and destroying it. And the remaining inhabitants, they came to the moon or something, and then AI followed them. They came to the moon, they seeded the earth, AI followed them here. And AI tried to destroy the moon. They're trying to destroy the beings on the moon. So that makes like an advanced species, you all. The advancement of humanity, you all. It really makes you think, makes one think, if things were so great and things were so peaceful, like say the Garden of Eden and stuff, or why did all this other stuff have to come? If it was working well back then, why did all this other stuff come flowing in? Why? Yeah, and who brought it in? Yeah, animals need to be released from the zoos and the water parks. Yes. Excuse me. Yeah, Gina's yard. It's all right. It's like, I don't know, you all. It's really strange, and there's just so much more to the picture than meets the eye. There really is so much more going on. And I know a lot of people wish for simpler times, because really things are really complicated. And the older people, They don't know how to use all this technology, and they're kind of left out. They are. It's like, well, sorry, you're going to have to learn how to use this stuff if you're going to exist in the world, because this is the direction we're going. The older generation and stuff, you all, really, if you think about it, what happened? Why wasn't it good enough? Why wasn't it good enough? Just being able to live a simple life, grow your seeds, do your food, plant your gardens and stuff. And why wasn't it good enough? Did the people complain that it's not good enough, that they weren't happy? Or did something come in and hijack humanity? Did something come in and do that? Really, I'm being very serious. Something came in and wanted to take control of the original plan. That's because, to me, it's like the Amish. They have their homes. They don't have electricity. They do their food. Yeah, they do their own food. Wow, Susan B., honey. Thank you. Yeah, they grow their own gardens. They can their own food. Now, we would need manufacturing for, jars and stuff. But what happened back a long time ago when they didn't, and they knew how to preserve their food, you know, smoke it and stuff and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, they live a peaceful life. The Amish do. And they're doing just fine without electricity and all that kind of modern conveniences. They still ride their bikes, but without the pedals. They use it as a scooter. No telephones or stuff like that. They got the horse and buggy. They do their laundry on the clothesline, do their laundry, hang their clothes up. Wood stove and stuff like that. They all work really hard. It is a hard life, though. I doubt any of us could keep up with all that. I don't know if I'd be able to do it. It's a hard life, but I wonder what happened. Who came in and hijacked the original plan? Really, who did it? Why did they do it? Yeah, why did they do it? Yeah. Now we can see the progression of this sky right now. It's you've got several layers of different types of clouds in it. We do, you all. That's right. Rosh Hashanah. You've been seeing light beings since around 2015 and changed your life. That's true. That's true. It will. It will, you all. That's right. It will change your life. When you realize that there is another life all around us, another realm, another realm, it broadens your eyesight, your insight, and stuff like that. You all, it really does. We need to get back to agricultural living and learn how to survive. That's right. And perhaps that day will happen. It just may happen. It may. That's right. The watchtower. We do. We need cooperative communications. We do. We need to learn how to communicate. There is an enormous communication barrier, and it's not just language, you all. It's not just language. It's really, there's a love disconnection. There is a disconnection of the heart. It's not so much the language barrier. It's inside here too, because you can see and you can feel love in action. You can. It doesn't matter what language. You don't even speak the language. You can see someone being loving and kind, and you can feel it. You know it. Um, there needs to be that love connection. There really does. The spiritual connection. It needs to come right from here. That's right, you all. Dark in England. Um, dark in England, you all. Yeah. Um, Balancing the divine feminine and divine masculine inside of us. It's true. It is true. It is. You all, can you give this video a thumbs up? Um, I know this is not too popular of a topic, even though I said it's beautiful outside, and it is beautiful outside. Um, no light without the darkness, and no darkness without the light. Um, it's true. There has to be a balance. And right now, the world is unbalanced. It's unbalanced. Um, it is. That's right, you all. Hello, Apple Brooks, honey. Well, I don't know where Apple Brooks, honey, is. I think she's got stuff going on, and it's okay. She's got a life outside of YouTube. Also, we all do. Yeah, we do. That's right. I am going to be going, you all. I need to get me some lunch, is what I need to do. I want to do it. I want to have a little bit of lunch. Yeah. You know, two people who would give me everything, West. Hmm. Oh, if you did? Yeah. The vast majority, well, that could be two. Um, Actually, I'm gonna open up some chicken noodle soup. I want a can of chicken noodle soup. I do. I want to heat it up and I want to eat it. That's what I want to do. And then I got to go out to the greenhouse and get some cucumbers off the vines because I haven't been out there in a few days, too long, and they got a little bit too big. That's right, you all. That's all right. So I am going to go, and thank you all for tuning in. And it's really beautiful, you all. I hope you are able to enjoy this stay wherever you're at, in any part of the world. I do, and I hope if your day is just beginning, I hope it's beautiful. I really do, just like you on the inside. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you, Susan, honey. Thank you all for your comments. Thank you for listening. And I hope to see you later. Love you.